right, all right, all right. I hope everyone can hear me. As you come in, let me know if you can hear me. Give me 1 second here. So, they're not telling you everything you need to know about cryptocurrency. All right? They keep telling you that cryptocurrency, like Bitcoin, for example, there can only be 21 million Bitcoins. All right, they keep telling you it could only be 21 million Bitcoins. They keep telling you that um cryptocurrency is for the people, and it's gonna be the best thing against inflation and all this other type of stuff. It's lies. It's all lies. I've been telling people to get crypto as an investment, but not to where to park your money. When you make your money off cryptocurrency, you park your money in land, specifically land, specifically land. Okay? If there's a piece of land between two brownstones in New York, you don't buy the brownstone houses, you buy the land. You buy the land. Forget about buying a house. You could always build a house. You can't just build land. Okay? You cannot just build land. Whoever's watching, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Let me know as you guys come in if you can hear me clearly. Now, the reason why it's all a lie about there could only be a certain amount of Bitcoin or whatever, and it's a great hedge against inflation, is because, yeah, you could only have 21 million Bitcoins or whatever it is. Okay? But remember, they can always create another type of Bitcoin. For example, you have Bitcoin Cash, I think you have Bitcoin Diamond, you have all these other types of Bitcoin. So now it goes from 21 million Bitcoins to 41 million Bitcoins instantly. Okay? They can always create more cryptocurrency, just like they can always create more fiat money. Fiat money, cryptocurrency, stocks. Remember now, they could create as many stocks as they want. A corporation can sell as many shares as it want. They could sell 10 shares, they could sell 1,000 shares, they could sell a gazillion shares. Now, the more shares they sell is the less it will cost per share. But again, anything that is digital, anything that is created by man, there's a pretty much an unlimited supply. If man can make it, it's pretty much an unlimited supply. The only thing man cannot make is land. Man cannot create land. Man cannot make land. Man can only move land. Man can only move land. Even when they created them little islands out there somewhere, and somewhere they did it a couple of times. All they did was move land from one area to another area, but they cannot cover the whole seas and oceans like that. They can only do a little area or whatever they need to do like that. The creator of the balanced universe created this land. Land is something the creator of the balanced universe gave us. Okay? Land is something the creator of the balanced universe gave us. People, hang on 1 second. Let me see if I could do something here real quick. Hang on. get some more people up in here because I'm about to be lit. This about to be lit right now, people. Let me share one more time here. Hang on 1 second. What's up, Robert Harris? What is the purpose to invest time and energy and money into when someone else control it and not really the person who buy it? Exactly. And that's the main thing about cryptocurrency, fiat money, stocks, bonds. I'm investing in all those things. Fiat currency, not fiat currency. I mean, everybody have fiat currency, but I mean, I'm invested in crypto stocks, all that good stuff, right? Now you're asking about land or somebody else control the land. Yes, ultimately somebody else could tell you what to do with your land, the city, whatever. But you're not investing in land to necessarily have ultimate control. You're investing in land so you don't have to work for anybody. Okay, because your land is building equity. You need a retirement. You need somewhere to live. Okay, bottom line, you need somewhere to live. Okay, so why not have some equity in where you live? If you're just renting, you have no equity in where you live. At least have some type of say so, some equity, some control of where you live. Okay, I'm really not going to get into that argument. You know, common sense will tell you it's better to have some equity into something than no equity into it. Okay. Grand high salute, King. Grand high salute, my brother Robert Harris. No, not the land, but the crypto. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the crypto, man-made crypto, man-made fiat currency, man-made the blockchain, man-made stocks. I'm not saying not to invest in these things, okay? These things will make you money. But here's what they do. They put their money in stocks, cryptocurrency. They put their money in. Everybody go crazy. Hey, go buy cryptocurrency. Go buy Bitcoin. Go buy this. Go buy that. As soon as you buy it, as soon as the masses buy it, look what happened. The super rich pull their money out and everybody money out that invested. That's what happened last time. And the market's been crashing because the super rich been pulling all their money out with the stocks, the cryptocurrency, all of it. They've been pulling their money out. They did it with the fiat currency. They printed more fiat currency in the past few years than the whole time, than in 100 years of printing fiat, than in 100, 200 years of printing fiat currency. Okay, and they gave it to all the people and then they pulled it all back in, because they knew all the people was going to go out and spend money with them at Amazon, at Louis, Gucci, Versace, buying cars and everything else. They knew you have to go to them to buy. You have to go to them to buy. You have to go to the super rich in order to buy. So they knew the money would filter right back up to them. Okay? So I'm not telling you not to invest in stocks, bonds, cryptocurrency. I've always said only invest about $10 to $100. $10. When I told y'all to invest $10 in Ripple, when I told y'all to invest $10 in Shiba Inu, when I told y'all to invest $10 in Dogecoin, all them little tiny ones, if y'all would have invested them $10 when I told y'all, y'all would have had $100. Some of y'all would have had $1,000. Because you would have 10x one time to 100, then you would have 10x another time to 1,000. Okay? If y'all would have listened to me when I told y'all to do it with $10 or $100, y'all would have did great. Y'all would have did great. I wasn't telling nobody to invest no 10,000, no. The most I was telling people is $1,000. If you have 10,000, that you don't mind not blowing, that you don't mind sitting for years, because this thing could take a year, 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? For your 10,000 to double or triple. If you have that much money, then by all means, invest it in cryptocurrency, stocks, whatever. But the majority of your investment should be in land. 70%, 90% of your portfolio, anything you invest in, should be in land. The one thing the creator of the balanced universe put here for us that nobody could duplicate. Okay? If they tell you to invest in mangoes, if they tell you to invest in what's that thing, commodities, anything that can be duplicated, anything that can be reproduced like fruits, if they tell you to invest in anything that could be reproduced like gold, the earth is constantly producing gold, the earth is constantly producing oil. Okay? If they tell you to invest in anything that can be reproduced, I wouldn't say tread lightly, but invest in a way that if you lose your money, it's okay. And remember, you only lose your money when you pull your money out. When you invest in anything that can be reproduced, like gold, silver, food, commodities, cryptocurrency, stocks, if you invest in anything that can be reproduced, okay, the market could crash the next day, the very next day. The market could crash the very next day, and you have to wait a year, 2-3 years. The most I've been seeing, like 2-3 years for your money to come back and for you to 10x and make some money off of it. Okay? With land, even with houses, but specifically with land, and yes, specifically with houses too. It doesn't matter. Like I said, if you pay $10,000 for, or let's say let's say you pay $1 million for a piece of land. Well, now let's just be realistic. Let's say you pay $100,000 for a piece of land today, and the market crashed tomorrow. It doesn't matter if the market crashed and that land that you paid $100,000 for, now anybody could buy it for $10,000. Realistically, you could buy a piece of land for $100,000 and the market could crash 50%, and anybody could pick it up for $50,000 and probably $10,000, like it did back in 2008 or whenever that was. It can happen. But like I say, rent prices don't go down. The rental market don't go down. So if I'm renting that house today, if I buy that house today for $100,000, get a tenant in that house that's gonna pay me $1,000 a month, which is basically gonna pay my so-called mortgage. I hate saying that word mortgage, but it's gonna pay that house note. Okay, that tenant is gonna always pay that $1,000. That's market rent. That tenant is not gonna say, "Oh, your property value dropped to $10,000, so now I'm not gonna pay you $1,000 of rent no more. I'm gonna pay you $100 a month for rent." Okay, rent will still be the same. You can still get money from that property. It doesn't matter that the property itself value went down. It does not matter. Matter of fact, look what happened in 03, 04, 05, 06. No, not 03. Yeah, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08. Look what happened. The real estate market crashed. People losing their houses left, right, and center. What happened? Rent prices went up. Why? Because people are being kicked out of their homes, their houses. So now they got to go find somewhere to what? To rent. Okay? They're being kicked out of their houses. They got to go find somewhere to rent, even if it's a hotel room, even if it's Airbnb. Airbnb made more money, and hotels make more money when when real estate prices crash and people cannot pay their mortgages anymore, when people lose their jobs and can't pay their rent or their mortgages anymore, Airbnb and hotels make more money because you have to find somewhere to sleep that night. You have to find somewhere to put your family. Walmart make more money because now you got to go buy some tent equipments to set up a tent or whatever you need to go sleep in your car for that night. Okay, the money still be out there, just the market shifts, the money shifts. When people are making a lot of money and everything is going great, people buy houses. People buy houses. When we are in a recession, hotels do great, Airbnbs do great, Walmart do great. Anything cheap, anything instant and cheap does great. Look how Dollar Tree and a thrift store. Go in a Dollar Tree and go in a thrift store. If you've ever been in a Dollar Tree or a thrift store lately, you know I'm not lying. In a recession, thrift stores and Dollar Trees make more money than when the market is great and everybody's making money. When the market is great and everybody's making money, the top name brands are doing great. Your Louis, Gucci, Versace. They say Rolls-Royce and Mercedes made more money in the pandemic than ever. Louis Vuitton made more money in the pandemic than ever. Because everybody was getting the PPP money and the stimulus money. But now we're supposedly in a recession. Who's doing great? Amazon, Walmart, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, hotels, okay, are doing pretty decent. Airbnb is kind of so-so only because people are moving. Instead of people staying where they are and just getting a hotel or Airbnb, people are just moving to cheaper states like North Carolina, South Carolina. People are moving to more rural country states. Okay, so people are getting a little bit smart as far as that. They're downsizing and getting a little bit smart. Okay, but normally, like back in 07, 08, people were staying in their cities and just getting hotel rooms and Airbnbs, or, you know, going to live with somebody. I remember it was like 3 families in one house paying one rent. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what happens when you're in a recession. Rent actually goes up because now more people need to rent, because now more people are getting kicked out and evicted from homes that they own or homes that they rent. So now they go from renting this house, they're getting kicked out because they haven't paid rent in 3 months or a year. Now they got to go find somewhere else to rent. And landlords know you just got kicked out over here, so now I got to charge you way more money over here. You got kicked out over there. If you want to come over here, you're going to have to give me like 3 months rent, and you're going to pay a premium rent just in case your ass want to not pay rent. At least I got 3 months up front and whatever. Rent actually goes up during a recession. So when you own land, when you own a house, when you own property during a recession, you are gonna do great. You're gonna do great. I promise you. And I'm not saying to have 10 houses, 100 houses. All you need is one piece of land. The people that don't do good, that have property during a recession, are people that are over leveraged. They have so much property that they cannot manage it all. And they have so much debt on all that property, they cannot manage it all. So that's why you hear people say, oh yeah, when we was in a recession back in '07, '08, whatever, I lost all my property. They lost all their property because they, number one, most 99% of those people purchased those properties at the height of the market. At the height of the market, the people that been had those properties before real estate went through the roof, those people were okay. But all the people that lost property were people that brought property at the height of the market. Okay? They brought property at the height of the market. And at the same time, they're evicting people. Yeah, they're getting new people to rent, but the margin, because to evict somebody, they done lived in your place 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, 2 years for free. For free. Meanwhile, you still have that house note or that mortgage. And you got to get that money from other houses you're renting or from a job you're working. So those are the people that lose money, that have real estate in a recession. Those are the people that lose money. And those are the people that invest in houses. You have to invest in land. Land, okay? Because with land, you can make your little $50 a month payment, $100, $200, $300 a month payment, and rent your land out to RVers. We all are hearing about RVers, van life people, all this type of stuff, and you can make your little $100, $200 a month on your land. Now, you don't even have to worry about somebody destroying your house because you don't have a house. You only have the land. Okay, even if you have a little cabin on your property like I do, I'm not worried about anybody destroying it because, number one, I have insurance. Number two, I'm doing rent to own on the cabin, so it's not going to mess up my credit or anything. It's like, that's a whole nother story how I do the cabins, but I'm telling you, besides you being able to still maintain by having land, what's happening now besides all of that is that land is not going down. Land is going up. I'm keeping up with the market. I've been keeping up with the market. Property that you could buy in New Mexico 2-3 years ago for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 is now $10,000, $5,000. Okay? And here's what they're doing, because you could still buy property in New Mexico for $1,000, $1,200. Okay? You could still buy it, but you're getting less land. Whereas before you could buy acre, 2 acres, 3 acres for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. Now you could only buy a quarter acre, a half an acre for that money. Okay? So you're getting less land now, all right? But I'm telling y'all, please share my videos, man. Please share my videos, because what people are doing, this is what I noticed that people are doing. People are investing heavily into cryptocurrency, which you should. You should. But you should be investing more heavily into land, okay? Because here's what's going to happen. I guarantee you it's going to happen. Okay? They're going to say the fiat currency is over. American dollar has crashed, which it has already crashed. Okay? People are going to, the super rich are going to pour a bunch of money into crypto. Then everybody else is going to pour their money into crypto. The same thing's going to happen what always happened. Then overnight, over in Japan or India or China, those people and the super rich, they're going to pull all that money out that they put in and that you and everybody else put in. They're going to pull all that money out. And you're going to rise up the next day and you're going to say, what the hell? What the hell happened to my money? Your money just disappeared overnight. It's the same with stocks. It's the same with everything. Now, the next day, they're going to put that money back in. And you're going to say, oh, It's back up. It's back up, guys. Yes, it's back up. And you're going to put more money in again. And you got it. The next day, they're going to pull their money out and your money out. And this is how the game goes with stocks, with cryptocurrency, with anything they can create. Again, I'm not saying do not invest. You can invest and make a lot of money. But number one, you have to invest early, like now. You have to put your money in before the super rich put their money in. And when the super rich put their money in, you pull your money out. I'm telling you, you have to buy low, okay? It's the only way. Buy low, okay? Where is low? Wherever you feel in your heart. Be honest with you. Low is if you could afford to put $100 in and wait on it to mature to $1,000 in a year or 2 years, that's buying low. That's what low is. Because be honest, what's the price of Bitcoin right now? For example, you could have bought Bitcoin for $100 back in 2016 or something. That was low. The new low for Bitcoin is whatever it is today. Okay. What is the price of Bitcoin?
1 Bitcoin equals $28,184.60.
Okay, that's the new low for Bitcoin in 2023. Okay. Let me see. So for about 8 years ago, you could have bought a Bitcoin for about $100 or so. $100 turned into $28,000. $28,000. Now imagine people that owned 1,000 Bitcoins. Imagine those people. They're billionaires, right? Let's look at it. How much was Bitcoin in 2016?
2016 Bitcoins equals $56,820,153.60.
How much was Bitcoin in the year 2016?
According to StatMuse, the closing price for Bitcoin in 2016 was $963.74 on December 31st, 2016. It was up 123.8% for the year. The latest price is $28,123.
The latest price is $28,000. Back in 2016, you could have bought Bitcoin for $1,000, $963, which I bought it when it was like 700, and I sold it when it was like 20,000 because I was like, this is high as hell. I ain't never had. Well, I ain't gonna say I never had, but I didn't have $20,000 at one point at one time for a long time. The last time I had $20,000, I was like 21 years old. Now I was like 38 years old. I could put 20,000 in my pocket. I'm finna do it. And that's what I did. Okay. Let's go a year earlier. Let's see how much Bitcoin was in 2015. Okay. How much was Bitcoin in the year 2015?
According to Bankrate, the year 2015 started with Bitcoin declining, but most of the year was a slow uptrend, unusual for Bitcoin, and it ended the year at $430.
$430. So let's go to 2014. How much was Bitcoin in the year 2014?
About $318. According to Bankrate,
$318. Okay. Let's go all the way back to 2000. Well, let's just go to 2013 since we're on a roll. How much was Bitcoin in the year 2013?
According to StatMuse, the closing price for Bitcoin in 2013 was $754.01 on December 31st, 2013. It was up 5,481.1% for the year. The latest price is $28,203.81.
Okay. So it actually went up in 2013, then went down in 2014. But y'all get the idea. Prior to 2016, you could have got Bitcoin for $1,000. Right now, Bitcoin is $28,000 for the same one Bitcoin. And yes, $28,000 is cheap compared to what it's gonna be in another 2 years or 10 years, because they saying that thing is gonna be like $280,000, and I really believe it will be. I honestly believe Bitcoin will go to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, now would I invest $28,000 into one Bitcoin? Yes. If I'm sitting on $1 million, $500,000, even be honest with you, if I'm sitting on, if I'm sitting on $280,000, I would take 10% of that, which is $28,000, and yes, I would invest in Bitcoin. Okay, I would invest in Bitcoin. I would. And that $28,000, I wouldn't even think about it. You cannot think about it. Because you can lose it. You can literally lose it. It's a gamble. You can literally lose it. But I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure Bitcoin will go up. But like I keep telling people, that's you don't put your money in investments like stocks, cryptocurrency, even a fruit tree, and expect your money right away. Yes, you will get your money back, but it could take a year, 2 years, 10 years. And yes, you're going to make significantly amount more money. Okay. But if you want guarantees, no matter if the market is up, down, sideways, you invest in land, because even if the land or the property does the same thing as cryptocurrency or the stock market do, which is drop in value, which is drop in equity. Rent prices keep going up. Like I keep telling y'all, the markets, real estate market, stock market, cryptocurrency market, commodities market go like this. It go like this and consistently up. Okay? It goes like this and consistently up. Rent don't go like this and consistently up. Rent just goes like this. Matter of fact, rent goes like this. Okay? I'm telling you. So landlords who buy property, when you buy land, on top of it, when you buy property, buy it in a way that even if it's not making you money, you can pay the note by yourself based on the money you're getting from your job, from your work, the money you're getting from other sources. The people, again, that lost money, the people that lose money in real estate are people that over leverage. Okay? This is one of the reasons why after purchasing all my land, I did not go right away and start building on all these lands. I've been just putting cabins on my land and renting them. And I've been putting one cabin at a time. And I'm doing rent to own on my cabins. So that God forbid I can't make a payment, I just tell them to come pick that motherfucker up. Okay? That's a whole nother story, a whole nother video. But I can make my land payments. Okay? I can make my land payments. And even with my lands, I'm not even worried about necessarily renting things out. Okay? Because I'm making money off the equity. Now, if I wasn't making money off the equity, yes, I would be pushing even harder to rent my land so I can have that residual income. Okay? But I'm telling you people, what's happening, what has always happened is this. And I'm going to say it one more time. This is what they're not telling you. This is what they're not telling you. Anything they create, there's no cap on it. When they tell you there's a cap on Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoins will only be made. Yes, that's true. But what's to stop them from making a Bitcoin 2.0, a Bitcoin 3.0? Okay, it's like an iPhone. The first iPhone, yeah, they only made so many. But did that stop them from making an iPhone 2, an iPhone 3, an iPhone 4? Every 6 months, they got a new freaking iPhone. Every 6 months is a new iPhone. Okay? So basically, they could create as many Bitcoin as they want. They're just going to call it another name. They're just going to call it another name. Okay? The only thing they cannot create, the only thing they cannot reproduce is land. Matter of fact, they could build as many houses as they want. They can even build upwards. They could build houses that's 100 floors. 100 floors. They could take 1 acre of land, less than 1 acre of land, and build the highest, tallest building in the world with 100 floors, 200-300 floors, whatever it is. But the land that building sit on, they cannot reproduce. Only the creator of the balanced universe did that. The creator of the balanced universe did that. And it's here to stay. It's here forever. It's been here. It's gone. Land is gonna be here after you die. The only thing that's gonna not be here after you die is the house you live in, the tallest building in the world. They're gonna make an even taller building in the world. Buildings, houses, they're gonna demolish, change every year, every 500 years, whatever. But the land that building, that house sit on will be here forever. 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 Okay? So 70% of what you invest need to be in land. Now, here's where I come in. When you buy land, there's a few things you need to know. There's a few questions you need to ask. Okay? That a lot of people don't know. You need to find out if it's landlocked. You need to find out, will you get your mineral rights? You need to find out, is it perkable? Okay, can you put a septic system on that land? You need to find out what kind of dwelling you can put on that land. Okay, there's a lot of other questions you need to ask. There's a lot of other things you need to do. It's called doing your due diligence. You need to learn how to read contracts. I charge $250 to do this work with you, not for you, with you. Because I'm only going to put in as much effort as you put in. Okay, for $250, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it with you. Okay? I'm doing it with you. We're doing it together. You're learning. You probably teach me stuff. I teach you stuff. Okay? That's where I come in. It'll be the best $250 you spend besides the money you spend on your land. Now, I have a lot of websites that you can buy land from. Okay? from $0 down to $50 down to whatever you want to spend. All right. I've been researching for years. So I've built up a catalog of sellers. Okay. And I've built up relationships with these sellers. Okay. I could save you a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of headache. All right. For $250. Okay. I'm telling you, invest in land. Invest in land. You need somewhere to live, number one. You need somewhere to live. Where you're living right now, what's under it? Land. Okay? Now imagine if your great-great-grandpappy, grandmammy had purchased that land. You'd be living rent-free. Now you need to do it for your grandbabies. All right? You need to purchase some land for your grandbabies so they can live rent-free. All right? I'm going to get out of here. Hang on one second. Y'all have any questions? Let me see. Did y'all have any questions? Somebody said, never mind, I found it. Okay, what did you ask? Oh, y'all been talking up in here. I'm not even paying y'all no mind. Let me read everything y'all been putting in here. But if you own gold and silver, it's something you control other than them being able to manipulate it. Yeah, definitely. Gold and silver, great investment. I'm not saying these things, I'm not saying gold, silver, cryptocurrency, all these things are bad investments. I'm just saying you need to know what you're getting involved in, because these are things that can be duplicated. Believe it or not, they could mine for as much gold as they want. The earth is still producing gold. Gold ain't going nowhere. Gold ain't going nowhere. The earth is constantly reproducing gold. Matter of fact, you have stuff more precious than gold. The one thing they cannot reproduce is land. Okay, so they could manipulate gold, silver prices, all of that. They could manipulate all that price, all the price on all that stuff. The one thing they will not manipulate is rent prices. And at the end of the day, you're not renting that house. You're renting the land. Even though you live in that house, the house lives on the land. The house lives on the land. You live in the house. Okay? How can I get in on getting commercial property with a small amount of money? Be honest with you. As far as commercial property, the way smart people buy commercial property is in group economics. In group economics, my mentor Max Maxwell taught me this. No matter what commercial property you buy, you need to have some business partners, and preferably 1 or 2 business partners that have brought commercial properties before. That's how you get in cheap, and that's how you get in a way that you won't lose your money, because you have other people in there with you that have done it before. So you might see a commercial property for $100,000. The down payment is 20%, which is $20,000. You get 20 partners, 20 of y'all. Each of y'all put $1,000. That's how you get in cheap with commercial real estate. Other than that, you gotta do your research. You gotta pray and manifest that, you know, you might just run across a great deal somewhere that someone had some commercial property, and you know, maybe they owe back taxes or whatever. They just want to give it up cheap. That's the only other way to buy commercial property cheap that I know of. There could be other ways. That's the only 2 ways really that I know of, is you just manifest it and somebody gives it to you at a really good price, or like do like everybody else, do like Grant Cardone is basically doing with the apartment buildings, is group economics. He's collecting money from everybody to buy these apartment buildings, and they're building equity, and he's basically taking half the equity and giving his investors the other half of the equity. And this guy is now worth like 2, 3, or $6 billion, whatever the number is. But the way he did it is group economics. Group When you invest in the stock market, you're practicing group economics. You're giving these people your money. You're becoming a shareholder. No matter what you do, you're practicing group economics. And this is why I can't comprehend for the life of me why people, especially black people, but more specifically poor people, I guess more specifically so-called black people, don't like practicing group economics. Because everything to be super successful is group economics. To be super successful, this is a whole nother video. To be super successful, you need to learn to work with other people. You need to learn to work together, people. I need to really make a whole video about this. I probably, this is going to be about a 2-hour video. In order to be, I had to come to terms with this. I had to swallow my pride, literally. And I remember the day I did it because somebody said something to me. And I was like, you know what? I have to look at the bigger picture. Okay? In business, when you want to scale, people always talk about, well, how do I scale my business? The way you scale your business is by learning to work with other people. It's impossible for McDonald's, Burger King, Walmart, Amazon to be where it's at without employees, without working with other people, without a CEO, a CFO, a secretary, treasurer, all this. It's impossible for the United States corporation to be as big as it is and strong as it is, or China or Russia, whatever, to be as strong as they are without learning to work together. Look at China working with Russia. If you want to be successful, you have to learn to work with other people. You have to swallow a little bit of your pride. Okay? If it's 5 of y'all and 3 vote for this and 2 vote for that, and you're one of the 2, you have to go along with the 3. You have to go along with the majority. You have to swallow your pride and just, you may say this is the biggest mistake we're making, guys, but you have to go along with it. That's business. That's how you make real money. That's how you scale. White people, successful people, let me just say successful people know how to put their feelings and emotions aside to look at the bigger picture and make money. This is a whole video again. You know why people are broke and struggling? I see it all the time, all day, every day. All the time, all day, every day. People are hard-headed and don't want to work with others. People are getting their feelings. People get in their feelings and emotions. I had a female tell me, I'm so glad I didn't buy no property with you. You think I'm going to buy some land, some property with you? Ask me how much property she owns right now. 0. Nothing. Nada. Broke. Used to ask me to borrow money. As of about 6-7 months ago. But a couple years ago, me and her was supposed to get some property. And then we broke up. And then we was just conversating maybe like 6 months ago. Just, hey, how you doing? How you been? You know how that go. And she's like, oh, you still an asshole, blah, 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 blah. You a jerk. I'm so glad I didn't buy any property with you. Ask me how much property she owned. 0. 0. None. Okay? And since I broke up with her, I probably brought another 6 properties, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 properties since I broke up with her. Okay? But if she had put her emotions and feelings aside, whether or not we were together, she would own some property or control, however you want to say it, some property. She would have some equity. She'd probably be sitting on another $10,000 in equity. She'd probably be sitting on $5,000 or $10,000 in equity right now. Definitely more than what she have now. Definitely. But the reason why people are broke and struggling is because they getting their feelings and emotions. People do not know how to swallow their pride and put their feelings and emotions aside to practice group economics, to build. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. Especially women, because women are emotional creatures. Now, you do have some women that could do it. You do have some people that could do it, and specifically some women that could do it. But for the most part, people don't know how to put their feelings and emotions aside. As soon as you say something to them, they get in their feelings. And they don't want to work with you no more, and they don't want to build with you no more. They get in their feelings. You know, I always ask people, listen, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with, if you're going to work with me, if you're going to be business partner with me, if you're going to build with me, one of the questions I'm going to always ask you constantly, what did you do today? What are you doing with your time? People don't like that. They get in their feelings when I ask them that, like, why are you asking me my business, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm asking you your business because I'm trying to see where your mind is at, where your head is at. Okay? If you just on social media all day, if you sitting around fucking and sucking all day, I don't need to be partnered up with you. I don't need to be building with you. If you want some constant grind or some building or some, hey, I just contacted this company or found this company that we could do business with, or like my buddy, one of my students, you know, I didn't know about this thing called Peerspace, but it's like an Airbnb, but instead of renting your property by the night, the week, the month, whatever, you know you can rent your property by the hour to movie studios and photography studios. Here's a gem. Peerspace, Peerspace, peerspace.com. You can rent your property on there. Your house, your property. They might want to film in a jungle, in the woods. Somebody might want to rent it to go dirt biking, whatever. They might want to rent it to film a movie. That's where they go. Production studios, and you know, they're on there looking at specific properties in specific places. They might find yours on there and give you $100 an hour, $200 an hour, $1,000 an hour just to rent your space. Yeah. And they pay this amount of money because they have cameras. They're doing camera and photography and stuff like that. And, you know, they may tear up some shit, you know, or have to cut out some trees or whatever they need to do. But when it comes to things like videography and stuff like that, that's gonna be in the movies and television and be in advertisements and stuff, they know they need to pay up. Because if you walking down the street and you see a picture of your property or your house, or you been watching a movie and somebody filmed a whole movie in your house or on your property, and you only rented to them on Airbnb, that's not a part of the contract. You rented your house to them for them to put in a movie. They put your house in a movie, they need to pay up. Okay? I'm telling you, people, I'm telling you. All right. Shout out to QP Quentin. Forgot the name of his channel. Put the name of your channel down there, QP, so people know to come check out your channel too. But I'm telling you, people, you have to put 70% of your investment, your portfolio into land specifically. And it makes no sense. They have land available right now, $50 down, $50 a month, and y'all not investing. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. You spend more money on cigarillos and weed, alcohol, fucking and sucking, getting a hotel room, Louis, Gucci, Versace, movies, going to the movies, going to dinner, eating out every day, than you'll be spending on this piece of land that you could pay off in a year, 2, 3 years, and have some equity in it, be able to live on it, be able to rent it out, all of that. It makes no sense you're not making that move. And again, what they do is put their money in stocks, cryptocurrency, gold, whatever, make the price go through the roof. Everybody starts getting happy and start investing in gold, silver, cryptocurrency stocks, a specific stock or whatever. Then they pull all their money out and your money, and they go put that money, park that money in land where they get tax write-offs. They go park it in land. Then they go make some other money or take some of that other money and put it back in cryptocurrency stocks, gold, silver, make the price go up again, and people invest again, and then they pull that money out again. And it's a never-ending cycle that poor people, struggling people, middle-class people are constantly the bottom feeders of. Okay? And this is why middle-class people, poor people, a lot of times just can't get nowhere, can't build, can't really. And trust me, I'm not judging nobody, because I was a part of that cycle on the bottom end of it, but now I'm on the top end of it because I know what's going on. I see how the game go. I see what's going on. I see how the game go. And I've been building constantly, going up. Constantly. Okay? People always thinking that I'm homeless or I'm broke or some craziness like that because I'm so simple. You know what I'm saying? I wear $1 shirts, white tees. You know, I may sleep in my vehicle or I may not have a vehicle or whatever my circumstance or situation might be. But that's because I park my wealth, I park my money in land. I park my money in investments. I don't need to wear. Let me show y'all something. I got nice clothes. I have nice shit. I have very nice shit. But I don't wear it. Okay? I don't wear it. I have shit I've never even wore. I have nice shit I've never even wore. Okay? But I don't wear it. Okay? For what? I don't have to impress anybody. I don't need to impress anybody. And that's how you know a person has a poor mindset, is because they wear their wealth on their body. They wear expensive clothes, they drive an expensive car. These are poor people, poor-minded people. You don't even see Bill Gates with any jewelry, Warren Buffett with any jewelry. These guys wear the same $100 suits, or Bill Gates with his damn vest every day. Okay? Anyhow, we've been going for an hour now. I'm gonna cut it. Let me read some more comments. How can I get in onto commercial? Okay, I read that already. Tell me which is better to invest in: gold coins, bars, silver coins, and bars are cryptocurrency. Be honest with you. Invest in all of them equally. Put $10 or $100 in gold coins, $10 or $100 in gold bars, $10 or $100 in silver, a cryptocurrency, $10 or 100. If you can't do $100, do $10. I'm telling you, people. Put it, set it, and forget it. Put it in there and forget about it. If you could do $1,000 in each, do $1,000 in each. To me, again, anything that they could manipulate, duplicate, replicate, you need to just put your money in it and forget that you even put your money there. Don't depend on it. I see people try to depend on that money. Man, I got some money coming. I done invested in cryptocurrency. I done invested in gold. I got some. When I get that money, man, I'm gonna be good. And then the market dropped the next day. When you invest in anything that they could duplicate or replicate, you need to put that money in there and forget about it. I promise you. Don't even tell nobody you did it. Just do it. Number one, everybody's gonna criticize you. Oh, why you put your money in that? Blah 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 blah. Don't even tell nobody. Just do it, and just forget about it. I'm telling you, literally forget about it. Try to get in the mindset of whatever you invest in it, and forget the money that you put in it. Because if you think about the money put in it, it'll drive you crazy if the market go down. And I'm telling you, you could invest as little as $10, and wait for a couple years. Imagine the people that invested $10 in Bitcoin, Ripple, Dogecoin, any of them coins, Aave, any coin you could think of. Imagine the people that invested in Tesla, Uber, Airbnb, Amazon at their initial investments back in 08, 09 for all these companies that I've named. Imagine the people that invested $10 15 and 20 years ago. All these people are now millionaires that invested $10, $100, $1,000 15 and 20 years ago. And if you're as old as I am, or as young as I am, 15, 20 years go by like that. I did that too slow. That. I even did that too slow. By the time you blink, 15, 20, look, people, the year just started and we're already in April. I could swear the year just started yesterday and we are already in April. All right. So that's to answer your question. Invest in each of them equally. But I'm telling you, I'm not no financial advisor. Invest in one thing that the creator of Balanced Universe put here that they cannot duplicate. And that's land. They could duplicate the house. They could knock the house down. The hurricane knocked the house down. They could build. Look at all the floods. Look at all the hurricanes, tornadoes that come through. Okay? Guess what's always still there? Everything else is gone. Guess what's always still there? The land. The land. The house is gone. The business gone. It's all gone. The only thing still there is the land. When the creator of Balanced Universe put land here, and everything comes out the land. Your glasses, your TV, your cell phone, everything comes out the land. The food you eat, the house you live in comes off the land. What the land produced. She R&B said, you're right. Yup, exactly. Crypto crash. But how can they put money back in if the dollar is gone? Yeah, the dollar about to be gone. So that's why they printed so many dollars, so much fiat money, because it's about to be gone. Oh, how can they put money back in? I mean, because people are still playing the game. People are still playing the game. So hey, if people still accepting fiat money, then as long as people are still accepting it, then they're using it. If tomorrow people say, oh no, you can't pay me in that fiat money no more, you could only pay me in mangoes, then the price of mangoes will go through the roof. One mango tree might be worth $10,000, $100,000. So because everybody's still playing a game, that's how come they're still able to put the money, the US dollar back in, because people still accepting US dollars. But there come a day soon enough, sooner than later, that nobody's gonna accept the US dollar anymore. I think I answered your question. She R&B. I think I did. If I didn't, let me know. You said how can they put money back in if the dollar is gone? Yeah, I think I answered your question. Lori Richardson, do you think the QFS will not be put in place? What's QFS? What is QFS? Do you think the QFS will not be put in place? I don't know what's QFS. She R&B says, when you see my comment, I would like to know how anyone can buy crypto if the US dollar is gone. You buy cryptocurrency on Coinbase. I use Coinbase is the main place I use to buy cryptocurrency. I also have some on crypto.com, but I don't like crypto.com that well, and everybody I know don't like crypto.com, but crypto.com is one of the biggest platforms. But you can buy cryptocurrency on Webull, um, Robinhood, all these, but I don't like Robinhood. I don't have that much experience with Webull, but I've been dealing with Coinbase since 2017, and I mostly have good things to say about Coinbase. I mostly have great things to say about Coinbase. I've never really had any major issues with Coinbase. And they have Coinbase Pro, in which you can put your money in and actually tell it when to buy, when to sell, all this type of stuff. You can type in when to buy more, when to sell, when the price goes to this, sell, when the price goes to that, buy more. You could do all that on Coinbase Pro. And I'm gonna probably put a link in the description or the comments to Coinbase and my affiliate link where you can press it, and I think they'll give you $10 in Bitcoin or something, and they'll give me $10 in Bitcoin or something like that. Um. Okay. Lori Robinson says, should we still buy Bitcoin if QFS is put in place? Again, I don't know what's QFS, but yeah, buy Bitcoin. Specifically buy any cryptocurrency. And again, when you buy it, forget about that you even bought it. Forget about that you even bought it. Okay, but keep an eye on it. I'm not saying to like forget your password and all this type of stuff. Keep your eye on it. Okay? And also learn how to buy it and store it off of the platform, store it on a USB drive. Learn how to do that. There's many YouTube channels that will teach you how to store your cryptocurrency on a USB drive. Okay. What is QFS? Yeah, what is QFS? Everybody want to know. Oh, never mind, I found it. Okay. Yeah, let me look it up. Shoot. Let me see. Let's look it up. Let's look it up together, and then I'm gonna get out of here, family. Let's look it up. What is QFS?
According to Wikipedia, QFS is a file system from Oracle.
Oh, filing system from Oracle. I'm not a tech person. I'm not a tech individual. So I'll look into it. And there's this other thing called what's it called? Catch something, but some program that it's some AI program that basically does everything. Like if you want to write a book, you can tell it, hey, write a book about mangoes, and it'll write you a whole book. Or you can ask it what's the best investments right now, and it'll tell you. Like it's this, I forget the name of it. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. It's called Catch or something with a C, I think. There's a lot of great investments out here, people. As far as stock investments, cryptocurrency investments, investing in the medical field, investing in artificial intelligence, investing in commodities, investing in companies, it's never ending. It's never ending. You will always be able to invest in some type of crypto. Before 2017, the masses never even knew what cryptocurrency or Bitcoin was. Okay, that was a great investment and still is. Then they did the vaccines. That was a great investment. Great investment for those that invested. I didn't invest in the vaccines because of my ethics. Because of ethics, I didn't invest in vaccines, but a lot of people made money off investing in vaccines. They bought it for like $9 and it jumped up to like 400 and something dollars. Can you imagine paying $9 for something and getting back 400 and something dollars in a year? 6 months, 3 months? Can you imagine? I'm like kicking myself in the ass because I didn't invest. But because of my morals, I did not invest in it. My ethics, I did not invest in it. Okay. There will be another. Now I heard about the thing they're doing with solar. They're putting the solar chargers at all the hotels. There's some company you could invest in, and that company is the company that everywhere is buying their charging system. Okay, so if you find this company or a company like them, you can invest in them, and I think that's a great investment. I think their stock right now is like 30 something cents, somebody said, and invest $10. I guarantee your $10 will be $1,000, $100,000 in 5, 10, 15 years. I could guarantee you. I'm gonna find a company myself or a company like it and invest $10. That's all I'm gonna invest is $10. Yeah, $10. That's all I'm gonna invest. Okay, and I'm gonna wait 5, 10, 15 years, and I know I'm gonna have me a good amount of money. Yeah, I'm telling you, people, there will always be some type of new innovation. So when it comes to anything that they can reproduce, remake, remodel, look at Yahoo. Yahoo was great in its time. And then came Google. And Google now the best thing ever, okay? Look at MySpace. MySpace was the greatest thing in its time. But then Facebook took over. So there'll always be something greater than what it is now. Okay? Yeah, but that company, Marriott Hotel and everywhere, is supposed to be using their charging system and putting it at hotels, their restaurants, their grocery stores. So basically, everywhere is going to become a gas station right now. Okay? There's not going to be any probably next 20 years, or definitely by next 50 years, people, your great grand offspring is gonna be like, what's a gas station? They're gonna be like, what is a gas station? Because you'll be able to fuel up or recharge your transportation from anywhere, from your home, uh, to the hotel you're staying in, to the Airbnb you're staying in, to the Dollar Tree, Dollar General you go to, your restaurant you go to, you'll be able to charge up your vehicle from anywhere. And then it'll get to the point where charging systems will be obsolete, and they'll come up with some type of self-charging vehicle. Okay, and that's when you need to invest in that technology of self-charging vehicle, which will probably be some type of super solar panel and super battery or capacitor, that when you're driving, the wheels turn and the vehicle is charging itself constantly, because they already have the technology for it. They're just not giving it to people. There's a guy that invented that technology where the car charges itself as it's driving, so it runs forever without ever needing to recharge. And they killed the guy. But anyhow, all that technology is going to be available to the masses eventually. So, when the time comes, then you will invest in that technology. But there's always some type of thing you'll be able to invest in, that the market will go up and the market will go down. But the one thing they cannot reproduce, they're trying, they are trying their hardest to reproduce land. They're trying to go to Mars, the moon. They're trying to have people live in space. They're trying to have people live in the water. They're doing everything to duplicate land. And so far, they haven't been able to sell it to the masses. But I guarantee you, they are going to sell cryptocurrency to the masses. I could guarantee you. Because technically, they already sold it to the masses. Very few people use cash, paper cash. If you have a debit card, if you have a credit card, if you have a EBT card, if you have a Cash App card, you are already on the blockchain. You are already using cryptocurrency. You are already using digital currency. You're already using it. Okay? You're already using digital currency. You're already using cryptocurrency. It's digital. It's paperless. It's paperless. All right? So anyhow, I'm out of here. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.